Mr. Serpico checking in on you with some math. I am being quiet. Everybody's okay. Just got a lot of people sleeping here. Hopefully you had some great rest last night and a wonderful weekend. We're going to continue our study of chapter 14, looking at three-dimensional shapes and exploring some concepts related to volume. So for today, we'll do a quick lesson on volume and looking at some 3D shapes. This first image here, one of the things we would have if we were in school are these snap cubes. The closest thing I can think of that you might have at home are Legos or sugar cubes. So if you have those on hand, they might be something fun that you can play with and explore related to volume. And if you are able to do that, you want to send your teacher a picture of you manipulating some Legos or some three-dimensional, even if you molded clay into a block shape, or dice, if you have a dice collection from board games, you can definitely use those as your unit cubes. So this first set of images here, take a look at these shapes and take a look at A and B and C and D, and you'll notice that in some of the shapes, there's some hidden blocks. They're a little bit difficult to see, or they're partially hidden. So I'm going to pause it right here. Maybe try to create these with your own manipulatives or draw them, and see if you can figure out how many unit cubes are in these different figures. As a reference point, this is your textbook, page 260. So A, let's take a look at A. You've got edges, right? Vertices. And you've got faces. This is a face. Just recapping some vocabulary here. Now let me erase that. So for A, if you're calculating with us, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes here. So A is 6 cubic units, right? Let's take a look at B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 cubes there. Over to C. Looks like there's one guy hidden back here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I think there's a 7th one back there. And then D, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See if we did that right. Take a peek here. Okay, I think that's what we said. We said 6, 7, 7 cubic units, 7 cubic units, and 8 cubic units. All right, so let's keep going here. Again, if you had Legos or sugar cubes at home, you could try to make some of these own shapes yourself. If you're able to do that, snap a picture, send it to your math teacher. If you have grid paper, you could kind of cut this out and make yourself some shapes. You can make some cubes out of this and manipulate that way. And then let's do another quick practice. before we let you go off on your own and explore. So take a minute, pause it right here. In your textbook, I believe this is page 262, or you're welcome to just look at the screen here and grab your notebook out and see if you can calculate the amount of cubic units there are in these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures. So pause it right here and try to figure these out in your notebook. Okay, you should have had time to try these. Here's your big reveal on your answers for this Monday morning. So number 1 was 4, number 2 was 6, number 3 was 9, number 4 was 7, and number 5, it's giving me some trouble, it's 15. And this fifth one might be a little tricky because these aren't your typical figures where you can just do volume equals length times width times height. These are obscure figures. These are irregular collections of cubes. So it's not a basic prism. You're working with cubic prisms. You're working with cubes, but the figures that they make, all told, are oddly shaped. So now's a chance for you guys to go ahead and practice in your workbook, pages 187 and 188. Have some fun. Thanks for tuning in today.